Did it again. Dang it. One of these days I'll get it right. Welcome back. Another 100 rounds through the Archon Firearms Type-B. Wanted to make mention of the humble tree that I'm shooting at is not made for 9mm, it's made for 22. So I shake my head in despair, but that's because I wasn't clear on why it wasn't doing what it was supposed to be doing, and I'm telling you now, because it's not made for 9mm. So, more about the history of Archon Firearms, which I do make a mistake in these videos, and I don't know if I correct myself later on, but I keep mentioning that PTR owns them. PTR does not own them. They are an American company, like I mentioned in the last video, so just wanted to clarify that again. Archon Firearms is its own entity, and we're going to go into a little bit of the history. It started out in 2012, as you know, as I mentioned, as Arsenal Firearms, and there was a joint venture between Russian and Italian developers for a Striker Fire 9mm handgun called the Sturch, S-T-R-I-Z-H, Sturch, anyway, or Strike One. So we're just going to call it the Strike One. And some of you probably saw the Strike One. There have been other gun tubers that have reviewed it. I'll be getting it at some point to also do a little comparison head-to-head and shoot it. Because of its low bore axis, I'm excited to see the performance. So the company Arsenal Firearms, which then got rebranded to Archon Firearms, patented the AF, or Archon Firearms, Arsenal Firearms speed lock system, which did away with the Browning tilt barrel as it shot that you see on Glock and Sigs. And then what they did was they went for that proprietary AF speed lock system where the barrel goes straight back. So this barrel isn't going to go tilt up. You can see that with the slide back, it's just straight across. So it doesn't tilt up, it just goes straight back. And for that, because of that, the firing doesn't allow, or can create a lower bore axis for the firearm. So that's part of the beginnings of Archon Firearms, or Arsenal Firearms. They don't use Arsenal Firearms anymore, so don't mention that. Yeah, and then so tomorrow I'll touch more on a lot of the different history that goes on with it. Continue on. I'm going to try and drag it out for the 10 episodes, 100 rounds a piece, right? Just to keep things interesting. So, shooting today at 50 yards with the Type-B, and let's see how I can do. And yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to be doing today. And of course the humble tree doesn't perform well, but that's because of the nature of the 22 thin sort of AR 500 steel. Also, I had mentioned to one of you, because I have a quote at the very end I say in Chinese, because my second language, but I like stoicism, and I appreciate the stoic nature of the philosophers back in the Greek, and also in Chinese. There are more different types of philosophers, not necessarily stoicism, but I'm going to try to incorporate some of that into what I'm doing, especially what I'm doing with this long journey, long endeavor, so to speak, and I will save that for the outro, so stick around if you want to. I'm just going to be mentioning it, it's not going to be a huge thing, but kind of why I chose that and my philosophy behind it. But the quote I'm going to be doing today is about the length and use of the journey, and that's my little outro that I'll put in, and throughout these videos I'll be inserting some of that stoicism in there, just to add another piece of value. And I'll probably put it up somewhere, or have it typed out from Seneca. This one's from Seneca specifically. So okay, enjoy, and we'll see you in the outro.
This video is intended for educational and informational purposes only. All firearm handling shown is performed by trained individuals in a controlled environment. Always follow the 4 rules of gun safety. Number 1, treat your firearm as if it is loaded. Number 2, never point a firearm at anything you do not intend to destroy. Number 3, keep your finger off the trigger until you're ready to shoot. Number 4, be sure of your target and what's beyond it. Comply with all local, state, and federal laws regarding firearms. Do not attempt to replicate any actions seen in this video without proper training and safety measures. The creators assume no liability for misuse or unsafe practices.
Hello you, welcome back to the pew for this 1,000-round review series of the PTR Archon Firearms Type-B. That's the full designation of the pistol. We're shooting today at 12 and 50 yards. Gonna try and punch out, see how I do. 12-yard tree is right there, which I'm not shooting at too much. It's kind of bending. I think I need to shoot at 25 yards, and then the 50-yard is out by the water jug. But it's not the water jug. Thank you for joining me on this round 200 journey. Gosh darn it, this thing's gonna fall, I know it. Sorry. So many little issues here and there. Okay, all right, let's just leave it there. And let's go ahead and get this thing loaded. Shooting 124 grain full metal jacket from Blazer. And with the G-Code Paradigm holster. Magnificent, wonderful holster. Black Hawk mag caddy. And We the People mag pouch. Yes, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. And we're gonna try to get this thing right. Get out to 50 yards. It's been tough. The last firearm I was just not gripping onto it hard enough. So let's get it going. Okay. Okay, this is pretty good to shoot. I think this wasn't bad. It definitely stood apart from the rest in terms of ergonomics, the grip, texture, and also the dovetail. Like just overall, it was very, very nice. Now I don't know if it's going to be worth it's going to be worth the price that I paid for it, which I'll go over later, but we shall see. Okay, going to 50 yards. Let's start with that. Tough. It's tough. I know. I knew it's going to be, a lot of misses. Gun feels great. The mechanics are well to do, and it's very, very nice to shoot. And there is a optics cut version. I didn't get it, but that's okay. We'll see. I don't know if I am going to get an optics cut for this or if I would trade it in for that type. Come on, baby. There you go. It's tough. Definitely tough. I'll shoot the tree a little bit, but I'm not too much. I don't want to break it. the hang of it. Nope, off to the left. Off to the left. Just left. Yeah, once you get the swing, then it all falls into place. Oops. Come on. Very nice though, very nice, very smooth and comfortable to shoot, no pinch points, no problems. And it's accurate, it is accurate. Ah, just below, just below. Oh, darn. Come on, there you go, baby. Okay, all right. Good for round 200, 124 grain. Super duper. I like it. I enjoy shooting it. It's accurate too. It is accurate. You just have to, you know, just get a little warmed up. But yeah, let me know if you guys, gals, folks, have a Archon or PTR pistol. And let me know how you're shooting. Look at that tree. Oh my God, that thing is bent. Oh, these things are not strong. Okay, don't forget to aim center mass, pick up your brass, wash your ass, stay for the outro, say hi to your mom for me. Thank you. Marvelous. All right, round 200 in the bag. On we go to round 300 tomorrow. But yeah, just to show that barrel, that straight back, because you know you usually see the barrel in, let's say, I don't know if the Duria is going to do it. A little bit. Yeah, you can see just a little tilt. This is the Arex Delta M. And you can see the barrel comes down just a tad. You can see that a little bit. Most striker firearms are that way, but you can see this is a very different setup where there's a window with the slide that's still covering it here. And when you pull the slide back, the barrel doesn't go anywhere. It literally doesn't move, and it comes straight back to create that AF speed lock system, I should say. And you can see it. Take a look at that barrel again. Here, I'll take the zoom off so we can focus in on it. It just goes straight back. It doesn't depress down, and then the barrel doesn't shoot up. So keeps a low bore axis, and you can tell with this platform, it's very different, and you can feel it too. You can definitely feel that difference when you're shooting. And I don't get used to it until later on, but I can definitely tell you can sense that as you're aiming downrange. So you just have to, get your sight acquisition in, because it's a very nice feeling for recoil. And then 124 did really well today. So, okay, on to the Stoic quote. It's from Seneca, and the quote that I'm going to leave you with is, "Life is long enough if you know how to use it." Life is long enough if you know how to use it. We all have to find our way and get our purpose in life, and whatever that could be. It's just easier and more, I guess, streamlined once you do find that, or you have a goal, you have some sort of ambition that keeps you going. And it took me a long time, and then coming across the channel, I've always wanted to, like I said, start a YouTube channel and do something with something, right? And firearms was the easiest to have a straightforward path to share with others, instead of trying to get into like more gossip, because all of the gossip stuff and drama gets a lot of clicks, and it makes a lot of noise, but really doesn't add too much, I don't think, to the collective. I'm guilty of it too. I watch drama stuff, and you hear about the state of the video game industry and politics and all this stuff, and then sometimes too with gun tuber drama between people, or just in general with politics and courts and government. It's very inundated with that type of content on YouTube, and I just wanted something that can be a little bit more driven by matter of fact, right? I'm here, and it's subjective, so it's not really matter of fact, but it's my truth or my experience, and then we come together to talk about your experience and how you have felt, or what you see, what you observe, or you're correcting me on the things that I'm doing that you see are not correct or consistent, or whatever the case is, and then we can dish it out and discuss it. But to go over that again, Seneca says life is long enough if you know how to use it, and interpret that however you want. But as it sounds, if we know how to use our lives, it's long enough and will be fruitful enough that we can make it good. So I'll leave you with that. We'll see you tomorrow at round 300. Thank you so much for all your comments. This one is going to be, I don't know if it's going to be as popular because it's not a well-known name, Archon Firearms, but hopefully it'll get out there and get more traction. Like, subscribe, comment, recommend, all that jazz, not in a particular order. And we'll see you tomorrow. 照顾好自己，注意安全。